We've seen what the Jets showed us with Sam Darnold. Different coach, obviously, whatever, different defense, but they still didn't have anything around Sam Darnold, and the only thing we could remember is there's an interception here, oh, there's a drop ball there, oh, there's another pick here. And then you look at Carson Wentz, same thing. He didn't have anything around him, offensive line-wise. The running game was stale. The receivers were suspect. I mean, it was just like, so do you want to take those guys and transfer them to Chicago, give up draft capital, pay certain salaries for certain guys, make a financial decision on the future of Sam Darnold, because you're going to have to give up a late one to probably get Sam. And let's say you don't give up a late one, you give up a 2 or whatever combination is going to be. You got to figure out what you're going to do with his 5th-year option, which becomes only fully guaranteed against injury. Mm-hmm. But do you want to take that chance for a guy that has some injuries in this league? So you're looking at all of those sort of things, opposed to just saying, I'd rather just stick with Mitch Trubisky and fix it. If you're supposed to be this hella offensive coordinator mind, fix the damn thing. What are you getting paid for? You get paid to fix players that you believe in. That's what you get paid to do. Do it. Fix it.
Well, he inherited Trubisky, correct?
But he was brought there to fix Trubisky from Fox when Fox was the head coach and they went to the playoffs in their first year, but it was not the offense that led them to the playoffs. It was the defense at Khalil Mack and company.
But this is a game of politics. You know how easily that can be moved, right? Like, well, yeah, I thought I could fix it, but, man, those problems are way worse than what I thought. Here's what I will say about Carson Wentz. Here's what I say about Carson Wentz. Think about this for a second. We talked all year long about Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz in this battle. And one of the things we said was like, I don't know, it seems like Carson Wentz is somewhat mentally fragile. So now the Bears want to bring somebody who we've been talking about being mentally fragile to a situation in which he got hurt and he watched his backup quarterback win a Super Bowl and then have a statue put outside of that stadium with Nick Foles and put him right back in that same scenario? I don't want that.
I think everything you said makes sense. Here's a couple things to think about. And this is just, there's no way to argue this. Of the 3 quarterbacks that we mentioned, Sam Darnold, Carson Wentz, Mitchell Trubisky, by far, Trubisky had the best season. Now, you just have to let that marinate for a second.
Yeah.
For all the dumping we do on Mitch Trubisky and for all the dumping that people do in Chicago and Mitch Trubisky, in this scenario, he by far had the best season. He's the only guy that went to the playoffs. Yes, I get it, 8-8, all that. Here's the other problem, Key, and you helped me solve this, and this is something Jay touched upon in the first hour. If indeed it is a surprise that the general manager Ryan Pace and the head coach Matt Nagy have returned, obviously the pressure ratchets up even more. So if you've got to make discernible progress to keep your job beyond 2021, you have to make a major leap. You can't just be 8-8 again, scuffling, dying to get into the playoffs, and then being first-round fodder. You're not going to be able to make any discernible progress, in my opinion, right now, with the broken Carson Wentz, with Mitch Trubisky's trajectory not being where they thought it would be, and Sam Darnold, who is truly unproven. Not even a Marcus Mariota, who would now be on his 3rd team if indeed he were to join the Bears. The problem that I think they have is they need to swing for the fences, because all of the quarterbacks that have been connected through Schefter or Graziano or all of our people, all of the people that have been connected to the Bears at the quarterback position aren't going to make them discernibly better. And if they're not discernibly better, other teams can rise, right? The Lions can get a little bit better. The Bengals can get a little bit better because that's where they are. The Bears need to make a leap. And nobody that we have discussed at all that could join them in the quarterback room can allow them to make that leap. That's just my call.
You're right, but here's what I would say. If I'm sitting in that room and I'm running this organization, my goals and priorities is to fix the offensive line first and foremost. From that standpoint, I can go and get me a running back. I can go steal me an Aaron Jones. I can go find me a guy in one of these. I can go get me a Cam Akers if I'm scouting the way that I need to be. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to justify top 3 picks by throwing the ball all over the lot. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play defense, and I'm going to run the ball. And then I'm going to allow my quarterback to be efficient. I'm not getting caught up in Carson Wentz was the 2nd pick overall. We got to throw the ball 40 times. I just need a guy to make a few throws here and there. That's all. And I'm going to address the receiver position. And I know Allen Robinson is a free agent, but I'm going to have a conversation with him if I bring the right guy in. And that's how you're going to win. And you say, well, you're in a league with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I'm in a conference in division with Aaron Rodgers.
Twice a year?
Yeah, twice a year. Okay, so what? I'm also with Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, in Detroit. So I just need somebody that's not going to screw it up. And I need, as an offensive coordinator and a front office guy, I need to calm the waters on what I'm doing from an offensive system. Not stop making everything so damn complicated. Keep it simple. You don't need to be a guru to be successful. You don't need to be.
Well, here's food for thought very quickly. If none of those guys are viable options, hypothetically, what if the scenario does not work out for Big Ben? And Big Ben wants to do something that Peyton Manning was able to do, or wants to do something that Tom Brady was able to do.
I'm good.
Do you bring Big Ben in for 2 years? I mean, he has to be a primary target. If you're the Bears, do you try to go after him for a year or two for the last part of his career, while also maybe getting somebody in the draft down the line, or trying to restock? It's a feasible option, I think, Big Ben, for both the Bears and the Colts.
Yeah, I'm passing on that one.
I hear you. I'm just saying.
I mean, if they wanted to make a splash, if they finally wanted to make a splash at the position.
Go right
It's
ahead.
there.
You do it, Zubin. I'm going to
I'm
resign.
saying, would you rather have Big Ben or Mitchell Trubisky?
I'd rather have Mitch Trubisky, me, myself.
Really?
Yeah. I would rather
Why?
have.
Why?
Because I'm going to tailor things down and be more efficient. Why would I take another dude's mess? Why am I taking Pittsburgh's mess? Pittsburgh doesn't want him. Why do I want him?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.